single map in Rainbow Six Siege. Last time I did a tier list, it was actually on all of the operators in the game, but this time it's going to be on every single map, and I believe every single map is on this list, even the ones that aren't in the ranked pool. Every map from the newest ones that have been added to the day one maps that have still been in the game but haven't really been used. So before we get started, I would like to say this, I think is going to be the first official day of Siege Week, where Siege Week 2, I should say, where we're going to be trying doing something a little different every single day in Rainbow Six Siege. And for that, I will need you guys, like last week, to hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. I need people to play with, play against, and all of that. I want you to be in the videos. Again, for Rainbow Six Siege Week 2. And if that sounds appealing, I'm going to message some of you that have already messaged me in the past, so keep an eye out on your DMs. So if you do want to be in a video, let me know, and it's on Instagram. I have it linked in the description, and we can try to work something out. Anyways, let's start off with, honestly, this is going to be in no particular order because I think we have a few of the newer maps up here at the top, but there are some of the older maps up here as well. So we'll start off with Lair, which is the most recent map added into Rainbow Six Siege. Honestly, I haven't really learned it all that well. There's a few maps, and I will point out which ones that I haven't learned too well. This is one of them, and the thing with Lair is I feel like most people are gonna have it down in this bottom 3 range because it's newer. Honestly, I haven't really had any bad experiences playing this map. Although it is new, I wouldn't say it's amazing, and I wouldn't say it's bad, so I feel like this is a good C tier map. It's nothing crazy. I don't think it's very like, I think it's a little harder to get spawn beats on this map as well, which I like. And I don't know, I think it's a good layout, a good map design that I do not this is another map I like in the ranked pool. I think I'm gonna put this after Clubhouse because Clubhouse for me might be another A or an S tier. I love Clubhouse. Ooh, this is tough. I honestly might put it at. Oh, this is so hard. I'm gonna put Clubhouse at A tier. I think I like Border more than Clubhouse, although Clubhouse is a lot of fun. This is like, I think I'm gonna put Clubhouse above Bank. I'm gonna try and order the maps in order of like best to worst, I think. So yeah, I'd put Clubhouse top of A. This is a really, really good map. I really enjoy it. Chalet, on the other hand, I think is also an A, but I think I'd put it at the bottom of A for now. I think I'd prefer Clubhouse, then Bank, then Chalet. It's another good map. Just not my favorite in the A tier. It's like I said, it's a good map, but yeah, I think it's just good. Coastline. I think this is another map that I like, but I think I would put it in a tier below these three. I'll put it in B. Nothing against Coastline. I think it's a really good map as well. I think the main thing with Siege is there's a lot of good maps in the game, but there are definitely some standout stinkers, which I will definitely go over, but Coastline is a good map, but I will put it in the B tier for now, just because I think everything in the A tier I like. This is the map that got added with Jackal and Mira, and yeah, like I said, it's a good map. It's very pretty, honestly. This is one of those few maps where I'd say it's an absolutely gorgeous map, inside and out. I believe it takes place in Ibiza, but yeah, it's gonna go into B tier for me. Consulate. Ooh, Consulate. I'm not gonna lie, I liked the pre-rework Consulate, like the OG Consulate, better than this version of Consulate. It's still a decent map, but oof, it might be a B or a C tier. Honestly, I'm thinking like top of C tier, maybe bottom of B. I'll put it in top of C for now. You know what? No, it's gotta go into B tier. I can't put it on the same tier as Lair. So yeah, I'll put Consulate in B, but it's gonna be like inching into C tier. I'd say it's definitely bottom of B. Another fun map. I believe this is a day one map. I want to say it's a day one map, but they've reworked it, and I know there's a lot of people that aren't a huge fan of the reworked Consulate. I don't really mind it that much, but definitely, there are definitely maps I enjoy more than it. Favela is up next. I believe this is the season, or the year one, season 3 map that got introduced into the game when it first came out. This map was an absolute cluster F-bomb. I usually try not to swear on the channel, but House. I really, really do. But if we were talking pure casual play house, Old House has to go into S tier. I miss the Old House so much. Cafe Dostoevsky is up next. Man, this is the Russian map. I think it takes place in Russia. I could be wrong on that. I think this is the map that they added for like the Spetsnaz guys. This is another year one, day one map. I do believe this is another map that's gone through a rework. I feel like all of the OG maps have gone through a rework at some point in their time, but Cafe, this might be like a middle B. Yeah, I think honestly this is like top of B tier for me. I like Cafe. Would I say I like it as much as these maps? Probably not. But Cafe, yeah, this is gonna be a B tier for me. I like it. It's a good map. Canal, oh my god. I freaking despise this map, I'm not gonna lie. I always have a bad game on this map. Maybe, I don't know if it's like a mental thing. Like, I don't know. I don't like this map. Although I probably would put it at top of D tier. Like, I think it works in ranked. I think it's a good ranked map, but it's not a fun map, bro. I think it's so easy to get spawn peeked on this map. The vertical play can be a little weird. I don't know. It's just like unnecessarily big as well, I think. So, yeah, Canal D tier for me. Not particularly a huge fan of it. Next up, Oregon, bro. This map is absolutely iconic. I think this is like the only map Jinxie plays. Like, I don't know if you watch Jinxie. If you're watching this, you probably do. Probably into the Siege scene. This is the only map I see like Jinxie play regularly. Huge fan of that guy. And honestly, I think he's made me really like this map. Learning like different things about it. And it's become a lot of fun to play in ranked. Might have to be an S tier. I don't know if I would put it. This is tough here in terms of like which one is the best map in the game. I might leave Border at the top of that for now, but maybe we'll revisit that at the end of this. But yeah, I love Oregon. It's just a fun map. Another day one map that I believe was released on like the release of the game. But yeah, fun map. I do not mind it whatsoever. Next is Outback. This is the Australian map that got introduced with Mozzie and the thickest operator in the game, Gridlock. I think this is a map that gets a lot of hate. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a map that gets a lot of hate. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very like 50-50 on this map. There's times where I love it, and there's times where I'll go off and absolutely love this map, and there's times where I hate it. So honestly, that might be the definition of a C tier right there. Yeah, I think that's smack dab in the middle. Yeah, that looks good to me, honestly. Definitely would put that above Lair. But yeah, this is like a 50-50 map for me. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Next is Plane. This, I think, is king of casual maps, honestly. Like I said before, it was the OG House, but I think this is the best map to play in casual. It is such a fun map to play, and every single time I play it, it instantly brings me back to playing this map, like, all the way back when I first got Siege. And I think this is one of the few maps that hasn't gotten a rework, like, ever in this entire game's lifespan. I think that's true. I don't think Plane's gotten a rework. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that. But like is that I like the reworked version better than the old version. I think this they really did a good job with the rework, although there is some nostalgia in playing the old version of the theme park. I think they did a really good job in the rework of this map. They still respected the original version of the map, but made it a lot better, I think, and a lot more playable in competitive. I think this might be like a bottom of B tier. I wouldn't say this is a C tier map. I think I prefer to play it over these two. But yeah, bottom of B tier. I definitely prefer to play these maps over Theme Park. It's a decent map. Nothing particularly amazing about it. Like, I wouldn't say I love the map, but it is decent, and I think that's where I will end off with that map. Yeah, it's just decent. Next up is Tower. This is the map, I believe, that got added with Dokkaebi and Vigil. This is the Korean map, I believe. I think this is another map that got a rework. Honestly, both versions of the map were pretty crap, though, I cannot lie. This might be bottom of D tier, honestly. I think I'd still prefer... Ooh, would I prefer Tower over Nighthaven? You know what, honestly, I think I'll put Tower in E tier, and it might be like a... I think it'll be just below Nighthaven, but above House, I think that's how I think that's how I prefer it. This is just such a weird map. The only good thing about this map is that it's impossible to spawn peek, and I think that's what they were going for when designing this map. They wanted a map where, I think at the time of creating this, spawn peeking was a massive, massive issue. So they made Tower in the hopes of combating spawn peeking, but all they did was make a crap map in the end. And yeah, it's just, there's no real vertical play on this map, which I think is a massive part of Rainbow Six Siege in general. And yeah, just a really odd map. I think we'll save Villa for last, just because that's another ranked map. Yacht is another OG. Actually, no, I don't technically think this is a day one map. I think Yacht is the map they added when they added Buck and Frost. I think Buck and Frost were the first DLC operators added to the game, if my memory serves me correctly. I believe it was the Canadian, then the American operators, which was Blackbeard and Valkyrie, which actually, I don't know if I mentioned this, but that was how Border got added. Border got added with Valkyrie and Blackbeard, but yeah, I think that Yacht was added with the JTF2 operators, which are Canadians. I think this is another map that is just a pure casual map, and I think they made it worse this tier list. There were some comments in the last tier list that weren't too happy with some of the ratings, and honestly, anytime I make a tier list, that is bound to happen. Everybody has their opinion, and everybody, you know, it is, you know, right. Like, nobody's wrong in having an opinion. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think before we go, I think the GOAT map in this game, I think I'm gonna give it to Border, bro. I love Border. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm looking at this, there are times where I really like Clubhouse more than Border. Oh, dude, this tier list is a sham. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna move Clubhouse up into S, and I might do Oregon, Clubhouse, Border, like that. Yeah, I should have put Clubhouse into S tier, bro. I really love Clubhouse, and Oregon, honestly, I think is the GOAT of R6 maps right now. It's become so iconic because of Jinxie, and I think this is one of the best maps to play in ranked. Then I think it goes Clubhouse. Then I think it goes Border, and then yeah, Plane is weird up here, but like I said, this has got to be the GOAT of casual maps. Okay, I think this is the finalized tier list. Let me know in the comments what you think. And like I said at the beginning, welcome to Siege Week 2. Hit me up in the DMs if you want to be a part of it, if you want to be in the videos. Thank you so much for watching,